All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another stupendous episode of Multi. Sure was awful. The hardest to pronounce pop culture podcast on the planet. We're just going to leave that in.
I was in the middle of a yawn, right?
That was like your first breath
of like ever.
I'm your host, Brian, a.k.a. B. Hearn, a.k.a. the Puerto Rican Randy Watson.
That boy is good.
Mm-hmm. Good and terrible.
Good and Eagles terrible. Nation, Bird Gang, keeping it moving.
Bird Gang.
Thursday night's going to be a fucking heartbreaker for you.
Yeah, probably.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Hey, man. Hey.
Excuse me.
For a guy
who doesn't like sports,
I just woke up.
You certainly got a little emotional there.
He likes
I
sports.
like
He likes the
sports.
Eagles.
Yeah.
I just don't like knowing every fucking thing about sports.
Oh, but
Saba.
anime and heavy metal's okay, though, right?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
That's actually perfect.
Was that meant to be a put
Yeah,
down?
I
don't know.
Not
Hey, you're doing a very terrible
So I'm going
job
to
there.
introduce myself
I like sports.
and split
Allow
this shit
myself
up.
to introduce myself.
So,
It's okay for you to like what you
I'm
like, but not
Feliciano,
okay.
a.k.a. the Puerto Rican Larry David.
Oh my God, why did I drink so much and smoke so much?
I don't
I can't
walk,
win with
I
these
get
buckets.
carried.
Ooh.
I like
Like
that.
Master
I like
Blaster.
I like
That's
that.
pretty.
I don't walk, I get carried.
I don't walk, I get carried. I am, as far as these two know, the purest strain of hate.
You're also the third black Jew.
And I am the third black Jew, apparently. Black Adam Sandler.
Shout out
Please,
Natalie
people
Garcia.
looking on
Look
the
at that
YouTubes, how full of Wakanda Forever.
It's funny that
Look how black he is.
that you're both the Puerto Rican Larry David and the third black Jew.
How
you
does
so
that
much.
work?
It's racially
The answer is
ambiguous.
yes.
Shout out to Chris, Matthew's brother in studio, hanging out with us.
Yeah. A PSA: buy a plunger before you need a plunger.
Words of wisdom.
I think
Confucius
that
say.
is one of the
Confucius
best
say.
pieces of advice I have ever heard.
I don't know. I
That's
thought it was a
pretty good.
piece of shit.
Ooh. That's what you need a plunger for.
Don't look at me like that. Just don't. You
That's
know
why
what?
you don't have.
Just don't fucking look at
This
me
is
like
the
that.
angry episode.
Yeah.
Where we all fight each other.
Why are we so
I
mad?
don't
Why
know.
are you
weather.
the first day of the
The weather.
month.
Shout out to
Seth's
Cleveland,
anger.
both Dougs.
Speaking of
Cleveland.
Hi, friends.
You're welcome.
Ryan Saba,
Cleveland! This is for you!
a.k.a. Captain Cleveland, a.k.a. Snuffleupagus, a.k.a. the Levitator, Browns, Cavs, Indians, CLE till I die. Dr. Dre was the innovator. Jimmy Iovine was the levitator.
Sexy.
No notes. What you got?
Yeah, no notes.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jordan Brown, a.k.a. Doodoo
AKA
Brown,
no notes.
a.k.a. hashtag no notes, a.k.a. USDA prime meat, fresh boy,
Fresh.
a.k.a. am I black, am I white? I don't know.
We got a lot of racial ambiguity in this motherfucker.
Hence, multi.
Pop.
Yeah.
The least politically correct
Hey,
podcast on
Jerry!
the planet.
That's right. That's right. It's your boy, Jadon.
Pretty cool, huh, Morty? Oh,
I thought it was cool.
I don't give a what you think, Jerry.
A.K.a. Dr. Donzo. A.k.a. the White Nino Brown.
Don't hurt him. Hammer, don't hurt him.
I be
Let me get a turkey.
I be giving out turkeys every Thanksgiving.
Like Nino Brown, baby.
Well,
A.k.a. broke-ass Elon Musk. Because I am.
AKA
broke
being
ass.
strong as fuck this week.
Yeah, and I saw his picture scrolling through my Instagram. I was like, oh shit,
That's for real though. I've done that before. I was like, what's he doing up on stage?
What's he doing in space?
Let me back up. I'm Elon Musk with a better choice in women.
There you go.
Oh.
Because that's a trash bag he's with now. Okay.
Which one? What, Amber
No
Heard?
shout out to Elon Musk.
Amber Heard, right?
Dumpster fire.
Right?
I'm just saying.
I could have rode that train for a few weeks.
Yeah, you could have easily.
Yeah.
How much was tickets?
What are we talking about?
I'm so confused.
I missed something.
There's
Someone's
trains.
riding garbage trains.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. On this episode, we're going to be talking about all things villainy, primarily villains. Favorite villains, shittiest villains.
Okay,
What else is
if
villainy?
it's villainy,
Primarily villains. You know.
so what's secondary?
Henchmen.
Sidekicks?
Henchmen.
Yes, henchmen. Thank you.
That's another
Thank
show.
you.
Yeah, good save, Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
Jesus
Thank
Christ.
you. I'll give you a shot after the show.
Fucking Star Trek red shirts.
Get you a shot after the
Hench
show.
life.
Boris the Bullet Dodger over here. That should have been my AKA. We're going to kick the show off with Matthew, AKA
me.
Puerto Rican Larry David, AKA the third black Jew.
Sammy, Lenny, and Mateo.
That's a trifecta right there.
And then
The Holy Trinity. Mazel tov.
Right there on the dreidel.
We need some air horns.
L'chaim. To life. Ironic.
Is that what that means?
Shalom means
Well,
peace.
you learn something new every day.
Well, you're not a
Especially
Jew.
on this podcast.
I'm not.
Take it from a Jew. And anyway,
One of the chosen
yeah, let's
people.
start over.
I'm sure we can fast forward through this.
We could probably.
Why?
Let's
fucking
do
good,
that.
man.
At any rate,
I'm kidding.
He's not.
who was a good villain in Encino Man, the guy who shush. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to start this off. My all-time most hated villain in the universe.
Which makes him a good villain.
No.
Oh.
It makes him the worst person ever.
The public hates
Right.
them, or you hate
Oh,
them?
Christ, you guys are asking way too many questions.
Okay,
Can I just
I'm
talk?
sorry. I'm going to shut
Just
the hell up.
Okay.
All right,
sorry.
so the worst villain ever is Christopher Columbus.
I like it. Number one with a bullet.
So that's where we're going.
Okay.
I am so kidding, but not kidding. Like that's not on my list. That's an icebreaker.
We should do an episode.
Right?
of
That's an
drunk,
icebreaker,
We should
guys.
do an episode of Drunk History. And talk about Christopher
So
Columbus.
it was this guy Satan, right?
He fell from heaven. The rest is a wrap.
So I'm gonna start with my. I know we all have mutual shits here, and like I want to make this.
We take
We
mutual
take mutual shits. We hold hands.
Holding hands.
while pooping.
I haven't been involved in that. For the record.
you're
That's because you're the
man.
middle part of the human centipede.
I don't know.
No
what
one wants to be that.
means.
No one wants to be that.
I don't watch scary movies.
Vanilla paste.
My number one on this list, William Cutting,
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis from Gangs of New York.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Not only is Daniel Day-Lewis like the greatest fucking actor of ever,
Our generation, yeah.
he's
I don't know.
God damn it. Naysayer. Naysayer in the
All
room.
I'm gonna say, it's a little excessive.
He got the Cleveland Silky.
Daniel
Johnson.
Day-Lewis.
Yeah, like he makes people, like when he was playing Lincoln, like he would make people on set when they weren't filming call him Mr.
Oh,
President.
he's a fucking.
He's
Like,
method.
They all
he's
do that
method.
shit.
No, the
Out
fuck
there.
he doesn't.
Leo does that shit.
No, the fuck Leo does not do that. It's excessive.
Let me call him
But
real
go ahead.
Let's
Go
get Leo
ahead.
on the
I'm
phone.
sorry.
We're gonna
I
get Leo
agree.
on Zoom real quick.
I agree. that
Yes,
Bill the
operator,
Butcher-
give me
Bill the
Leonardo
Butcher-
DiCaprio, please.
Okay,
One moment, please.
William Cutting. Thank you. Okay,
Bill the Butcher.
close number two, Serpentor from G.I. Joe. And I'll tell you why. Serpentor was created by Dr. Mindbender and Destro. They searched the earth for DNA of bad guys. Serpentor is the product of Napoleon, Julius Caesar, Hannibal, and Attila the Hun's DNA.
That's a
Christopher
miss.
Columbus.
And obviously,
Honorable mention.
that's the ultimate bad guy, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Right?
no, yeah.
I would agree with that.
He was the Cobra Emperor. Fuck the Cobra Commander.
Commander wasn't very happy with that, though.
He was also a Starscream, so it doesn't matter.
He had a great voice, though.
It was Starscream's voice, man. Transformers first.
You don't have to change that too much to be awesome.
You're right.
That's true.
That's a great
Yeah,
voice.
fuck yeah, man. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
stupid idiot.
Man down.
Good job.
The
Wow. That's the first time it's ever happened. But it was, let's
let's
move
talk
on.
about it. Come on,
Let's move
talk
on.
about it. No, let's
move
talk
on.
about it.
I'm comfortable moving on.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Why are we so mad at each other? What
I'm
the
not.
I don't know what's going on.
Is it
I
the
blame-
rain? Is it like
I
that we
blame
started
beer.
so late?
Shut up, Jordan.
I blame B.
It was a firefight.
Galvatron is my Transformer. He was
I'm
Megatron.
a Vanna White this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take that. This is a really heavy
He's on your list?
Yes. Yes.
You know I have a Decepticon tattoo, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
You want to see it again?
Oh my dear.
Huh?
Galvatron
It's
turns
really
into
small.
a cannon and kills Starscream immediately.
Oh, I think I broke it.
Dude.
Yep, stupid idiot. That's $250
I'm just kidding.
Put it on his tab.
just for that. At any rate, Galvatron was Megatron until he met Unicron. And go watch the movie.
Go watch it.
So, I know you prefer Megatron?
Yes.
Why?
Because he was the OG.
Why are you whispering?
Sorry. And the
I
gun
think-
the gun looks way cooler.
That's true. But they had to stop making lifelike guns.
Yeah. Let me
It's a
sell
Walther
this.
P-38.
Let me
like-
sell this to children. I can turn it from a robot into a gun.
I need to watch that.
It was a good seller.
That's why, and it makes more sense for me because as far as a giant robot turning into a giant cannon,
Aside from
a
boom
giant
box.
robot turning into a pistol, right? It doesn't. Come on,
I agree.
make it make sense.
I got it.
We're not stupid. Even the RZA appreciates Galvatron. He said, "I'll blast photon bombs from the arm, like Galvatron."
like Galvatron.
That rhymes.
Impossible.
I would hope so.
I think that's what the rap music is about.
All right. Honorable mentions.
The rap music.
Eminem dropped a new
Dr.
album.
Claw,
It was awesome.
because you never saw him. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, Dr. Claw?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Claw.
Very good call.
Dr. Claw.
Did you never ever see him ever?
Nope.
I never
Was
did.
there not
You
like
saw
a
the
ruin it
hand.
for me.
You saw
Shut
the hand in
up.
the
I was
cap.
about to say, was
La,
there
la,
not
la,
like
la,
a
The hand in the
tool
cap.
like a tool
That's
man?
I mean,
Home Improvement
they
episode
made a
where you finally
movie.
saw Al's face.
They made a movie,
from
but I
behind
didn't
the
watch
fence.
Al, it was Wilson, bro.
Wilson?
Mr.
Yeah,
Wilson.
I'm sorry, God.
Damn it! I could see somebody looking like Wilson being Dr. Claw.
I thought Dr. Claw was.
And the
Looking
plot
like Wilson. Like, oh, from
thickens.
here? Like, here up? Eye level?
I never heard him say, "I'm going to get you next time, Gadget."
What do you mean never heard him say that?
Wilson.
Wilson? Get him on the
No,
phone.
he just gave good advice.
No, I'm sorry. Okay,
I was
go
gonna-
on
I
with
was
your.
going to call him. I was going
Yeah, operator, give me Wilson.
to. Kruger, obviously. One that.
Freddie or Alonzo?
Alonzo.
Okay.
It's Alonzo. The younger
Is,
brother.
is Wilson the best neighbor of all time?
No, he talked
I mean,
too much.
I put him up there with
What?
like
He had jewels.
Mr. Feeney.
Okay, Mr.
I like my
Feeney
neighbors
is-
not to talk to me. I think that's why.
I definitely don't want my neighbor to be my
TV
principal.
neighbor. I
No,
think
Mr.
Wilson,
Furley?
Wilson's right up there.
Just wave at me and let me go
At
inside,
any rate,
please.
let me finish
Sorry.
this so you guys
Yeah,
I
can do
apologize.
this.
Christ.
No, it's fine.
yeah,
what
it
am I
felt
doing
like a
here?
good question
Oh,
at the time.
shout outs to Dirty D.
Because I'm
From
Dirty D, damn
Booty
it.
Tang. Dirty D.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
D cuts. D
Bangarang.
cuts. Oh no.
Bangarang.
Got me some of that good dirt.
Science. Yes. Thank you.
That was so stupid. I loved it, but it was so dumb.
My real life villain is Reggie Miller. 1995.
that.
Fuck Reggie Miller.
That makes sense.
I can see
He
that.
is so lucky The Purge is not real.
Damn!
I swear to God, he could get mugged in the middle of Times Square. And no one
Yeah.
would give a shit.
That's funny because I have a similar.
That fucking 2-3 pointer is
Yeah.
in my brain forever.
Fuck that dude.
Fucking Reggie Miller. And I gotta look at him all the time when he's the villain. He's the villain.
He is for you.
He's the villain.
Do you have like some shitty villains?
Oh yeah, Terry Silver from Karate Kid 3.
I didn't see that
Oh,
one.
God, yes.
Didn't see that one?
I didn't see-
Ponytail?
You make it sound like it's a bad thing that I didn't see it.
I
It is a
try,
bad
I
thing.
try to forget it
Hey,
existed.
same here.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. God,
know,
it was
it was
horrible.
so
He was dumping
pretentious.
toxic waste and shit.
Oh
yes.
yes.
with a long ponytail. If he can't see, he cannot fight.
Right. Thanks.
If he cannot stand, he cannot fight. It was just, no man,
Wait, so maim him and then fuck him up. Got it.
it's so stupid.
Sometimes
Terry
you gotta
Silver.
You know it's a tournament,
even
right?
the odds, I guess.
Okay, fuck you guys.
I liked your list.
That was a good list. That was a
Hey,
solid
that was
list.
That was good.
I'm
That
glad I
was good.
got
That
it
was
over
good.
with. I'm glad I got it.
And now, a word from our sponsors. We'd like to take the time to thank one of our sponsors, Andrew Newman, attorney at law. Located here in Greensboro, North Carolina, he can assist you with your criminal as well as traffic violations, and his practice includes Guilford, Forsyth, as well as all surrounding counties. To set up a free consultation, you can contact him at 336-663-2388, and you can also visit him on his website, attorneynewman.com.
Saber, who you got?
On me, huh?
Captain Cleve.
So, the way I'm gonna do this one is I took a look at TV and movies exclusively.
Well, you don't read comic books and you don't like anime, so what the fuck else
We
is
calling
there?
each other out on this episode.
See, now that is
So-
hate.
Hate.
That's
He hasn't
That
hated
is
on the episode yet.
close to the purest strain.
Shout out to Die Artist Murder. Saber, who you got?
So one that I love and one that I hate. So honorable mention we'll start with TV. My honorable mention is the Yellow King from the first season of True Detective. That motherfucker was frightening.
Whoa, yes.
And I'm really not going to say a whole lot more about that because I'm not a big fan of scary things, and it's
Yo,
it's giving
what a
me-
terrifying.
I love the fact they
anxiety.
didn't put it together until like
very
kind of the
end.
very end.
Yeah.
Now, and I didn't see the second season of True. I mean, I watched a little bit.
You didn't
it,
miss
don't really
anything.
have
but
to.
the
terrible.
third
No.
season is coming.
Omar's
so be
in it.
ready. Yeah.
Is he the good guy or the bad guy?
In True Detective. So it's him and it's old boy from Moonlight.
Okay.
He's like the main character, so that's be on the lookout for that. Anyways,
Hope it's better than 2.
yeah,
It will be.
My favorite TV villain of all time is from Boardwalk Empire, season 3, portrayed by Bobby Cannavale.
Cannavale.
His name was Jip Rossetti.
Great fucking
Hot-headed,
villain.
That's a-
easily
yeah, that's good.
offended. He was introduced to the show by beating a fucking a mechanic to death with a tire iron. He was ruthless with frightening sexual behavior. Motherfucker used to.
He was kinky, for lack of a better term.
He proved to be Nucky's most, daunting adversary. And
I agree.
they had to go to Chicago to get Al Capone and end up killing him. It's funny. That's one of the most sort of classic lines of the whole show is you don't think Nucky's going to make it. You think Chip Rossetti's going to kill him. I forget who went to Chicago to get Al Capone. I think it was his brother, actually. They come back, shit's going down. Al Capone walks in the room, and he's like, who do we got to kill?
Yeah.
And then that was sort of the end of it. So,
Great fucking show, too.
yeah, great show. After season 3, it fell off. I think season 3 was so good that
Yeah. It was
fell
definitely
off.
hard to compete with that.
My worst, the motherfucker that I hate. Game of Thrones is a show that, we kind of discussed it before. I think there's a lot of candidates for the shittiest people ever.
There's a lot of shitty people in that show.
Oh, we'll be talking about it.
We shall be talking about
I
it.
think one definitely takes the cake, and that's Mr. Ramsey Bolton.
Yes, sir. My dog's hungry.
He's just a fucking animal, plain and simple. He's a piece of shit. He's savagely.
Agreed.
How do
You a
really feel
bitch if
about
you
it?
don't hit him.
I didn't
Bet you
have
won't
to.
hit him, though.
I didn't have to. My boy took care of it. He savagely tortures
mean your
Theon
girl?
Greyjoy. He cut his dick off and sent it to his father.
Yeah.
That's
terrible.
fucking savage.
Never.
It's never happened to you before.
He marries Sansa and then he rapes her and makes Theon watch.
Yeah.
He murdered his father and then let his fucking dogs eat his stepmom and his half brother who was just born. So again, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Savage.
Absolute evil.
However, he gets his at the Battle of the Bastards, as we all know. Spoiler alert. He gets brutally beaten by my boy, Jon Snow.
That's
Why is
not our
that- why
boy.
is that your boy?
Yeah.
Oh, because he's my boy.
Okay.
And
I
then
actually got a
Fed-
picture with a motherfucker, so.
Isn't that just a cutout or
No,
what?
I didn't Photoshop that.
Yeah, that's a lie.
No, I paid for that shit.
I spent money on this.
And then fed to the dogs while Sansa watches. So
Santa? Santa?
Santa's in this motherfucker?
Santa Claus, Kris Kringle.
Jesus is in
That's how terrible the show is. It even makes Santa bad.
Movies. Honorable mention: Hans Landa, Christoph Waltz, and
Love
Inglourious
it.
Bastards.
Love him.
So good. That whole opening scene is just like anxiety and just totally sets the tone for the movie. My favorite I got two favorites in movies. I'm already breaking the rules. Frank Costello, Jack Nicholson in The Departed, and Calvin Candy. Leo from Django. I'll talk a little bit more about Leo. You know, obviously, that was a new.
Are those you put them tied?
Yeah, those are my favorites. I mean, there's others, but
Monsieur Candy
it's good.
does not speak French.
Yes, he does.
You will only embarrass him.
You know,
we are
obviously,
serving white cake in the parlor.
you know, that was a different look for Leo being a torturous Mississippi slave owner. You know, he's funny, he's elegant, but he's also kind of just a terrible person.
Giant piece of shit.
He's appalling. He's cold-hearted. He's cruel. He's sadistic. So
Maybe he acted through the blood. That was real.
Yeah, that was real. That was a real scene.
And then Frank Costello, Jack Nicholson in The Departed, that was loosely based off Whitey Bulger. So, you know, he was a scumbag piece of shit, but he was good. My worst, dude, and there's two separate ones. So, Biff Tannen. I got to shout out my boy Biff Tannen. Like
Your boy, Biff
fucker is the worst.
McFly.
I hate manure.
From the Back to the Future series.
What kind of name is Biff?
He's an aggressive bully that just intimidates people to get what he wants.
I'm going to get my car, Grandma.
And that's the thing, right? Like, there's like 6 or 7 different.
Watch it yesterday.
Yeah, right.
There's
most of my life
right now.
There's 6 or 7 different iterations. Old Biff, young Biff,
Rich Biff.
Rich
Trump
Biff,
Old West Biff.
You know, the 2 different old Biffs when the timeline changes. Griff, the motherfucking cowboy one. Like, he's just all a piece of shit.
Trump.
It's all shined up, Marty.
He's the worst. And then
That's reformed Griff.
the
Yes.
ultimate,
Biff, sorry.
in my mind, the ultimate villain. I think there's a couple different, directions you can go with this. But I'm going to go with He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Okay.
Oh, we're taking it.
I went that direction.
You mean the guy with no nose?
I went that direction, right?
me.
The Dark Lord. I think Voldemort is like the quintessential bad guy. Obviously early on in the series, there's a lot of.
You said nose.
As the series goes on, he becomes less scary. But at the beginning,
nose,
he's just sort of this mythical figure that nobody really knows a whole lot about.
Right.
He's just really scary. And that's it. I think he's
Do you
the
think
worst.
Candyman can take him though?
Yes, I think Candyman can take anything.
Don't get him started on
For God's sakes, don't say that too many
But
times.
it's funny that you said your real life one. I have a real life one as well. You say Reggie Miller, so your Reggie Miller is my fucking Draymond Green. Like,
Okay.
I want
Really?
I fucking hate Draymond Green. Like, there is not
We
a
will not be getting any love
Like if
from
he
him on
walked
the
in,
show.
if he walked up in here right now,
Oh,
what's
so
up,
he's
I'm
your-
Draymond Green.
he's your purge
You would be
victim?
like, get the fuck out of here, you piece
Yeah.
of shit.
Draymond
No,
Green
he
is your
looks
purge
like
victim?
he looks like Donkey from Shrek, bro. And I would say, hey Donkey, hey
This
Donkey.
is Charlemagne the Godmother.
I want to hear what he'd say to
I
Donkey.
would say, hey Donkey,
Charlemagning.
kick
Yeah.
rock.
It's Charlemagne.
Yo,
Yeah, we're gonna call this
speaking of
Charlemagning.
Charlemagne, I watched that video with Post Malone. Dude,
That shit was so
Charlemagne
funny.
is a
He's a
motherfucking
savage as fuck.
Vicious.
monster.
Vicious.
Like, I know during our hip hop episode, I said like Charlemagne fucking lighten up.
You like him. You like him. But then he talked to
I
Posty in a way that you didn't
I
like.
appreciate his candor.
Mayonnaise. Sign the
Like
straight to him.
I
Mayonnaise
still
music.
think I still think he needs to lighten up, but Charlemagne, keep doing what you're doing, boy. All right,
Of course he's going to,
Fuck
yeah.
you, Draymond.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
We want to take the opportunity to shout out one of our sponsors, Gate City Growlers. They have 20 taps. They specialize in small North Carolina breweries and specialty craft beers. Working with the little guys since 2015, guys. Please stay local. Take care of the local shops.
Why
Jerry,
don't you
where
talk
we
to
at?
Donkey like that? I'm just gonna go sit
All I'm
outside
saying is-
all by myself.
Google Draymond
Ooh, I
Green
like that
Shrek
boulder.
from Donkey.
That's
a good
There's
boulder.
I'm doing it right now. Go ahead. Whoever's next.
All right.
I'm gonna Google it and show you guys.
Honestly, I just threw a ton of shit against the refrigerator.
That's
and
gross,
just seeing
dude. Why
what
would you do
stick.
that? Why would you do that?
Because I love
You
spaghetti.
know what? What was the...
Why was it against the
What
refrigerator?
number time is that you've
What did
done
your
that?
refrigerator do to you? What'd you shit all over your refrigerator?
I mean, don't
You see what sticks.
So you can actually
Me and Josh,
Google.
just
Got
throwing
it.
it out there.
I'm just gonna say you can actually Google Donkey Draymond and it comes up. and there,
That is awful.
is the fucking side.
That is so
We'll
bad.
post that later.
That is the side by side.
Holy shit! It does look
Yeah.
very similar.
I don't
Is
I
this
don't
when the show,
condone that.
Is this when the
I
show
don't like
makes it? Is this when the show makes it?
I don't. Yeah.
This is where we get top level.
Sued by
Dropping
Draymond
shit about
Green?
Draymond.
Yes.
Tanks.
Fuck me right
I love
up,
it.
boy.
I love it.
He cried in the car and begged Kevin Durant to come to the Warriors to beat LeBron. That's
Hey,
all I'm
but he did though.
Fuck it.
I'm crying right now.
I'm crying right now.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Sorry, Jerry. Go.
Rings.
Sorry. No, I'm going to start with a couple comic book people, and then I'm going to spread out a little bit.
Please don't do all those. You've got so many. You've got so many goddamn people.
has options,
There is no
Morris.
possible way any of us can have anything to say. If you do
I've
all of
honestly
those.
got like 237
Jerry,
villains.
I appreciate
Wait, you counted?
your thoroughness.
237. It's 3 goddamn pages long.
He has
Fine.
options.
Fine. I'll stick to 5, and then I'll do a honorable mention.
If you say one of mine, I'm just going to say it again.
232 honorable mentions.
I
Just say it
can't
again.
wait to say one of yours. Okay. Number 1. Okay. Not in any order.
Then don't say
But-
number one, dude.
Number something.
Three.
Number A.
Newman from Seinfeld.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is the ultimate foil
Newman.
to Jerry. He's got his job to do, but he also makes time to stick it to these people
He
that
was
he
a mailman,
absolutely
correct?
hates.
Yes.
Yes. He's a he's a
A
mailman.
postman, a postman.
He's right around the corner, and he's horrible. Let's see. He what did he do? He tried to get he did the whole cans up to Michigan thing, but that was all for himself.
Little acid reflux.
I just honestly,
from
guys,
the Puerto Rican
I
Randy
love
Watson.
seeing him go, "Hello, Jerry."
I get that
because
that's
you're
your
saying it to you.
Yeah,
exactly,
I get it.
exactly. My friends are TV characters. That's okay.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Well, an
another
Elkin, that's all you had, right? Or wait, where?
Eden.
Same
Elkin.
thing.
That's disrespectful.
You
You won't let him
tomato.
disrespect your scent like that, man?
It's fine.
You a bitch if you don't hit him.
All right. Let's see. On the cartoon side, I will pick Plankton from SpongeBob SquarePants.
He's awesome.
He's diminutive, but he damn if he doesn't come up with the best ideas, only to be
Straight up.
foiled
Bucket.
at the last second
By SpongeBob,
Yes.
accidentally.
by the dumbest motherfucker on the planet.
Yep.
That's what happens when you own the chum bucket.
What's his wife's name? The robot?
The robot.
What, Martha or
Andrea.
some shit? Is it?
No, I
think
just
you're
made
lying.
that. I just
know
made
you
that
were.
up.
Martha.
They're all named Martha, right?
My mom's named
Batman. My
Batman,
mom's named
Superman.
Martha.
Let's see. Ooh, I got a good one. From the movies, from the 80s, someone called a Clubberlang.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think of a Rocky villain, and I'm sorry, but you think of Ivan Drago. And
course.
you're wrong. The best
You're
Rocky
ac-
villain
you're actually
is Clubberlang.
I think of Apollo Creed.
He talks so much shit.
Apollo Creed dead.
Hey woman,
Hey.
hey woman,
Yeah.
you want a real man? Oh my god. And
You got any predictions for tonight? Pain.
That's my shit. Fuck, I should have done the Clubber Lane, AKA.
who else? Let's see.
So Clubber Lang is first for you.
No,
Over,
this isn't in any order.
Rocky wise.
No
Rocky
order.
wise.
Over
I
Drago.
enjoy I enjoy Clubber Lang a lot more than Drago, only because Drago really doesn't say much.
True.
But what
He
he,
doesn't
says,
have to.
But he-
what he says
when
is
he
impactful.
speaks,
His face when James Brown's performing is classic. It's
If he
like,
dies,
what the
he
fuck
dies.
is happening right now? I thought I came here to
Live
fight.
in America.
you already knew. You already knew.
Another good movie villain is Zorg from The Fifth Element, played by
yeah,
Gary
yes.
Oldman.
He did that very well.
It's Gary Oldman. Check. He looks crazy as fuck.
He bleeds
Check.
blue.
He has a sinister plan. Check. And he is amazing.
I know this music. Let's change the beat.
The beat. And who else I have?
Oh, you're a fan.
Another
I fucking love the Fifth Element. We could talk this shit all goddamn day.
Another really great one is Mr. Glass from
Yes.
Unbreakable.
Yes.
You didn't really know what the hell was
so
going
many
on.
fucking people hated that movie.
I love
that movie.
Unbreakable.
It's one of M. Night Shyamalan's good movies.
Yes. Yes.
And now they're coming out with that.
There's
Now they're
part
coming
two.
out with.
No, I'm
Yes.
really glad. I'm really glad
the
he
Unbreakable
he
World.
combined that shit
Yeah.
together because I've been waiting for an Unbreakable sequel for damn over 10 years now.
10 years, yeah.
No, but he's the ultimate foil, man. He's passionate about what he's passionate about, but he also doesn't know he's the bad guy you don't know he's the bad guy. He definitely knows he's the villain. He's
alert.
trying to seek out his ultimate antagonist or hero when it comes to David Dunn.
Protagonist.
I cannot wait for Mr. Glass to come out. And then let's see.
It's just called Glass.
You can
Fuck up, man.
Expose him!
Trailer police over here.
And you know what? I'm gonna throw in Mr. Blonde.
Okay.
He's not after them the whole movie, but he is, the ultimate bad guy in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
That's true.
He intimidates the fuck out of all the other people. He's good friends with what's his name? What's the son's name?
Chris
Penn.
Yeah,
but
Chris
what's
Penn.
his name in the movie?
Fuck.
I like that he calls his dad Daddy.
Daddy.
He's like, I talked to Daddy. He's on his way.
He's on his way, and he's fucking pissed. But no, he pops up out of nowhere. You don't really know about him until he shows up, and he starts talking shit, and then he breaks the cop out of his trunk, and goddamn,
that movie, that Like a Virgin, the conversation they have at the coffee table, dude, that's one of the best pieces of cinema ever.
You mean in the very beginning?
Yeah.
It's not in the very beginning, is it?
The note.
Yeah,
the
well,
note-
That's right.
shop.
He's not. Yeah, they're
it's
not.
either the beginning or
Where
like
the
a
fuck did you go
flashback to
to?
the beginning.
I think
No,
it
it is the very beginning of the movie.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure
that
it
is
is.
all. It's been a while
Yeah.
since I've seen it.
Very,
That
very
is-
beginning
that
of the
is
movie.
good.
And then I'm sorry, I'm gonna follow up. Me being the comic book guy, I'm just gonna rattle off some really awesome comic book villains. MODOK is really crazy. Mental organism designed only for killing. MODOK.
Love that. Skynet.
Prangish.
Saint of Killers and Hair Star are great, and Preacher. If you've never read the comic, it's awesome. If you've never seen the show, fucking watch it. It's awesome.
Do it yourself.
Craven the Hunter is an amazing villain in my book. He was part of one of the greatest Spider-Man stories ever told, Craven's Last Hunt. If you've never read it, read it. And I believe they're going to work him in as a movie villain soon.
Also watch the porno Craven's Last.
Last nut.
I was gonna say.
And I'll finish up with my all-time favorite villain is Dr. Doom.
Very nice.
Victor Von Doom. He rules his own country. He does what he wants. He's a master of mysticism and technology, so that puts him above Doctor Strange or Iron Man. He loses a lot, but that's okay. He's a badass. He's the man in the mask, and I love him.
So you definitely love the pretty Doctor Doom.
No, I fucking hate the guy from Nip Tuck.
I was about to say.
the Nip Tuck.
No.
I was about to say you didn't really throw any hate on this
No.
episode, man. Go ahead, throw some hate on this bitch.
The only thing I hate
Throw some
about
shade.
that, hey guys, the only thing I hate about that
guys.
Disney,
guys.
hey, really,
That's some real shit. That's real shit.
Shut the fuck up.
the only thing I hate about Disney buying all that Fox shit is because it throws out my my Doctor Doom movie that they had in the works starring Mads Mikkelsen as Doctor Doom. I really hope they salvage that shit and they fucking make it.
That's a dude from Hannibal, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
he was also in
He
Doctor
was
Strange.
Galen Erso in Rogue One,
Yep.
and he was Caecilius in Doctor Doom, or Doctor Strange. Sorry.
Those are some difficult to pronounce names.
That's me.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
A big thank you to one of our sponsors, Jeff Beal, and his team at Throwback Custom Cars in Raleigh, North Carolina. For over 30 years, they have specialized in classic car restoration as well as residential/commercial automation technology and audio-video systems. There is no project too big or too small, and they work all across the U.S. To set up a consultation, contact Jeff at 919-235-8337 or go to throwbackcustomcars.com and fill out the Contact Us form.
You want to go, B?
I'll let you go.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. For what?
I feel like Doctor Doom is better than Voldemort, for the record.
Oh yeah.
Noted.
You are second rated. There you go.
Did you just secede?
All right. So my first and foremost villain was Ramsey Bolton, but I got beat out to that shit. Thanks, buddy.
Go with
Giant
Joffrey.
dick.
Huh? Joffrey's just a fucking child in a king's place.
Yeah, but there's a lot.
He
of
was
bad
a piece of
people.
shit before he was a
There's
king,
a lot
though.
of bad people.
Yeah.
He was just a terrible
He's
person.
inbred.
There's a
It's
lot
fine.
of bad people.
Talk about Littlefinger.
One of my favorite.
about Littlefinger, for
Oh
fuck's
my
sake.
god! No! We'll save this for the Game of Thrones episode. There's way too. Oh man, that just opens so many doors. So I'm gonna mark out in my very little notes that I have Ramsey Bolton there. And
No notes left.
I'm gonna That was the only note I had. Fuck me. Ugh. So I've got one of my favorite Marvel villains of all time is Carnage because he's so chaotic. Cletus Cassidy as the red symbiote spawned off by Venom.
Is he the bad guy in the new Venom?
No.
No. That's
He's gonna.
I don't know who it is. I don't know who.
Spider-Man.
Wasn't Woody Harrelson supposed to be?
He's noted in the movie. But,
Yes.
The guy that's like the doctor, he
fuck is his
played the pilot in Rogue One. He's the bad guy.
That's
Yeah,
where
no,
I know him from.
No.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the night of on HBO?
Yes.
Dude.
Yes, that's
watch
really
that
good.
Show.
Like 8 episodes,
It's
right?
10 episodes.
10?
I
and it was-
tried.
yeah.
I watched the first episode, and it was just that whole cab ride when you knew something was coming was so
dude.
uncomfortable. And
It was.
I
That's the
It was
entire
really
season.
good, though.
That's the
Yeah.
entire
Stop
season.
watching it, man.
It is so goddamn uncomfortable. I digress. Carnage,
to
amazing, scary, terrifying as a kid. You know,
Edged weapons coming at you.
right? Psh.
Scary as fuck.
Also on the same side of that, Omega Red is one of my favorite. Apparently in the director's cut of Deadpool 2,
The chess scene.
he is in the background. So hopefully we'll get to finally see him and be as awesome as he is in the comic books.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
And his
hopefully.
tentacles.
And here we go again with Marvel. I'm sorry, guys, but Juggernaut's that dude. We saw him rip.
That's such a
Deadpool in
juggernaut thing to say.
half. I'm gonna rip you in half. On the game side, I got. Thank you for saying that earlier. On the video game side, I got Ganondorf from any of the, well, most notably Zelda, the Zelda franchise.
Gotcha.
I heard that a lot when I lost.
Yeah. Hey, you also heard, listen! Fuck that. I should have put her as the villain. Damn it. I also got Sephiroth, one of the
very good.
The best of all time.
He's also in Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, he is.
That's the one with the keys,
What
right?
the fuck? Where did that come from? I don't know. All right, so
Because I couldn't fucking beat him, man.
So I got I'm just gonna rapid fire some until I get the ones I actually want. So I wrote Hook from.
I was thinking that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yes,
I like it.
I watched that shit on the
I'll
ride
allow it.
home from a bachelor party
Dustin
not 2
Hoffman?
weeks ago. Yes,
He just seems like a
Dustin
nice
Hoffman.
father figure.
dude, he kills.
No,
Rufio.
he killed that-
He kills
yeah,
Rufio.
yeah.
Yeah, did fucking kill
when he
her.
killed
I liked
Rufio.
him up until that moment.
same.
Like, dude, fuck you. I get you trying to steal someone's kid, but like,
That's okay.
You get that? That's a yeah.
but like, come on, dude, you can't kill Rufio, man.
Is that why you bought a white van recently?
Did I buy a white van?
With no windows?
Run home. Yeah.
All the 10.
Run home, Jack. Hannibal Lecter, fucking fantastic, and the Fratellis from the Goonies. Fratellis.
As
The
one.
Fratelli family.
They're all so ugly. So I've got two of my favorite villains of all time. If you've ever seen Breaking Bad, I say
What's that?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
It's a television show on AMC
many,
that used to come on. It's 6 seasons long.
6?
I thought it was 5.
Oh, I could be incorrect. I'd make up a lot of things on the
They
spot.
started
I don't
cutting
know.
them up in halves.
I really don't expect people to fact check me, so
I've
I
never
can just say
heard
whatever the
of
fuck I want
it.
right now.
You're good.
Walter White is my villain.
That's a good
Is he a
one.
villain, though?
Yes,
Yes.
the fuck he is. He even
Definitely-
admits it.
Definitely turned into one.
He admit, and the turning point was when we watch him kill Jesse Pinkman's girl. Brings a whole new term to the meaning.
He didn't
He doesn't
kill her.
He just lets her
Oh,
die.
I mean,
lets her die,
but in a way,
Little kid, too.
in
when he
a way,
poisoned the little kid. I was
yeah,
like,
sure.
That.
But when he, I mean, for me, it was when he watched
Yeah.
Jesse's girl died, which
Yeah.
brings a whole new term to the.
Jessica Jones.
Wish that I had Jesse's girl.
Wait a minute. He did that for Jesse because
Nah, man.
Jesse.
Nah, man.
Did he?
Come on,
He did
man.
that for him. He did that
Because
for
he
him.
didn't want him to be a fucking drug addict, and he was with that bitch, and she was making him do all this.
Who turned her into a drug addict?
Well, Jesse.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
'Cause
let
he had a drug problem.
so let
They
the
both
girl
did.
affected by Jesse die because
Two
you're trying to
addicts-
get Jesse better.
Two addicts together
Don't make it right.
don't make a right. So
So what makes a left?
Walter looked left while she overdosed.
Oh,
on the right.
That is
Hey,
math.
I
And I
can-
appreciate it.
I can
That's
see.
so right.
All right. Well, there's I'm just gonna
I
mark
wouldn't
that
have-
off right there.
I would
From my
never
notes.
let. I would
No, that was
never
a good
let
one.
somebody
Walter
die.
White's a good one. Walter White is
unless
a villain.
I was the mastermind of a methamphetamine franchise. Then I would probably let people die.
Like it's McDonald's.
Was Walter okay?
Well, I'm loving it. Yeah, okay.
They're closed
I
on
guess.
Sundays. Though.
What about Gus though?
I didn't say Gus. I wanted.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like
Who's your number 2?
my number 2.
Gus?
I felt like someone else would have Gus. To be
Okay.
honest with
Right.
you, so I went. With
I have
the
too
less
many.
Popular.
I had Gus.
I
but
went with the less
He
popular.
was good.
Yeah, but
Oh,
he got blowed
perfect.
up.
He was perfect.
He got blowed up.
He did. He got
when he
two-faced.
when he slit his own guy's throat, dude.
Oh God,
That was
box
hard.
cutter!
Wow.
That episode was
I think about it
amazing.
when I
This
watch
guy is
Better
for
Call
That's all I think
Saul,
about.
I just think about the bell.
Or or when
The tequila shit.
when he drank the tequila and then he points at himself.
Yeah.
To get them.
Oh,
Holy
fuck yeah.
shit! That's
Gus was
balls,
rad.
man.
Yeah.
Gus was rad.
So
Shit.
who was your number 2?
Stupid idiot.
Can I say Gus? No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna say my number. No, okay. So Walter White was my number 2. My number 1 is Alonzo Harris from motherfucking Training Day.
Get in the office, baby.
Your boy
Okay.
Denzel Washington.
Going up.
Dude, so the movie starts, you think he's just trying to show the rookie the ropes. Like, of course, this is how it is. The fucking streets.
Right.
You know, shit's
That
hard
makes
out here,
sense.
bitch. Like,
It's hard out here for a pimp.
but negative. No, he's just trying
That's
to
not
cover
what
his
he's
ass.
doing.
No, he's not.
That's not what he's doing at
This
all.
shit's chess, not checkers. That was my.
Kong ain't got
That was my Denzel.
I like it.
It was
That
bad.
It was
good.
pretty.
No,
it
it
was
was
pretty
bad.
close.
It was bad. It was bad.
I thought Denzel was in the room.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I have your autograph, sir?
I made it. Yeah. So I mean, if you haven't seen Training Day, then
Don't listen to our
fucking
podcast.
yeah, you're a real
Stop listening
You're
right
a
now.
stupid person.
Hey. We're just going to rename this the hate episode.
So,
Don't
so a couple
stop listening.
rapid fire. A couple shitty villains that I have that I thought made no sense ever were any DC movie ever.
That's so rude.
Back on
So
that,
rude.
Which one?
The dance off.
Oh my God! Thank you. All right, so Ronan
He gets so
from
mad.
Guardians 1, who was killed by a dance
That
off.
was so stupid.
Like
by a
what?
dance
How
off.
fucking stupid was that?
So stupid.
No backstory, no anything. It was just like, oh, there's a purple guy, kind of wants to kill a lot of people.
He
And
stood
then
there and watched the whole time.
He was just like, "What are you doing?" Well, it's called a diversion, bro. Like, get fucked. Get fucked immediately. You deserve to die.
This is the hate.
I'm gonna skip that one because she said it was cool, and I kind of thought he was a dumb. But I kind of think Loki's a dumb villain.
I like Loki.
No, Loki's great.
I think Loki's a dumb villain in the movies.
He's very
Oh, you
consistent.
hating.
No, no,
He
no,
is
no, no, no,
always-
no, 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 no,
He
no.
is
In
always
the
going
first
to
two
fuck
Thors.
Thor over.
Yeah.
That's why I like him.
He
I get it.
shined
I
in the
get it.
second one.
He's the god of
Mischief.
But Tom Hiddleston.
You hate him. You hate him.
That could have been Thor. He tried
He
out
did.
for
He did
Thor.
audition for it. The
Well, you'd
video
have
is
to-
actually quite
you'd have to-
hysterical.
You'd have to gain a lot of weight.
Yeah.
If you've guys seen a movie called Signs, the aliens in Signs,
They were
fucking
terrible.
retarded. Yes.
Mentally
They got killed by
challenged.
water.
Oh my God, we got water! Oh, this planet's made up of 90% water.
How did we not see this landing?
That is
Damn it.
What's all that blue shit?
I don't know. Don't go near it. I don't like it.
Shyamalan. No, that's
don't
M. Night
like it.
Shyamalan. All his
No, but that
movies
was
are
a good
stupid.
movie, though.
What was the one? The Village, where they were like
Oh,
inside the
God,
wall,
and they weren't real.
dude.
Yeah.
It was
So
all right.
bad.
I like The Village better than I like Signs.
Yes.
Really?
I will
Yeah.
agree with that.
As soon as
I like Signs.
well, what? Who
was-
who was
Bryce
the guy?
Dallas Howard?
No,
or Joaquin Phoenix?
No, the main.
Yeah,
Adrian
Queen.
Brody.
Joaquin.
No, the main person.
Adrian Brody.
No.
What?
I
Was
just
it?
named
No.
3 of the stars.
That's
Yeah,
all there
what
was.
movie are we talking
We
about?
talking about the
Village?
pianist?
Yeah. No, Mel Gibson, wasn't it?
Mel
No,
Gibson
that's
was in
in
Signs.
That's
Oh,
what
I
the
thought
fuck
we were
I'm
okay.
talking
I think
about.
we were talking about the
No, you're
Mel
crazy.
Gibson.
Jesus Christ in heaven.
Yes,
Fact
Mel
checked.
On his throne.
All right, so so Mel Gibson is my number 1 shittiest villain of all time.
In real life?
I'm kidding.
Really?
No, no, negative.
Because he hates the Jews?
So I just saw. Yeah, he hates people like
does,
you.
And these Germans.
He does hate the Jews.
So I just went and saw a movie called The Meg, the Megalodon movie.
Shut up.
Is that
man.
your favorite villain?
It's the shittiest villain. But no. Not even the Meg was the shittiest villain in that. And
Who was it?
Haley can back me up on this down
We're
there.
going to need some feedback from Haley here in a little bit.
So you guys know Rainn Wilson,
Yes.
Dwight
at all.
from The
Dwight.
Office. He's
Wasn't that terrible? What is it? It was awful.
I have it written down right here. It is a barfy chum bucket of a movie.
Something there.
What's happening?
Yeah,
Right?
it's okay.
What are y'all? What? What are
Video-
y'all yelling
the video
about?
stuff.
What?
We're good.
There's more important shit going on
The
than
video
you talking.
stopped, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go ahead. You look nice today, by the way.
Oh.
Jordan's all dressed up.
I was waiting for it.
Jordan's all dressed up.
Well,
so.
see,
I thought over under was going to be 30 minutes.
I was
but
very,
lost.
I was very, very tired today, so I took a little nap before I came over here. And I asked my girlfriend Haley, sitting down there. She's
Hi,
so
Haley.
She's so beautiful.
She'll be joining
She's
us here
amazing.
shortly.
She will. And I was like,
way
so are you
too-
gonna
way
get?
too
Are you gonna
good
get
for
like?
you.
Yes, agreed.
Before I went to sleep, I was like, are you gonna get like all dressed up and like, you know? She was like, oh,
Dressed
no.
up?
She was like, oh no, not really. I was like, okay, cool. So I've got time, just like bum it out, you know. And so then she vigorously wakes me up from my slumber, like 30 minutes before I'm supposed to be here.
Slumber.
And I wake up.
Fucking Rip Van Winkle over here.
Sleeps like this.
Well, I go to sleep with Sarah McLachlan in my ear. In the arms of
The angel.
it's been. So anyway, so I woke up to her like waking me up like, oh my god, it's time to go, and I'm like, ah fuck, and she looks awesome. I'm like, I thought you said you weren't gonna fucking dress up, and she was like, well, you don't have to. I was like, yeah, right. I'm not gonna walk out of here looking
She's
like
a lady.
It's like I'm like in my head, I'm like I'm not gonna like people are gonna be looking at us like walking down the street. And they're going to be like, what's that SAB walking down the street with this bum for?
It's like, let's not buy each other gifts this year.
SAB?
S-A-B?
Yeah.
That's the first three letters of my last name.
So I'm very, very glad you said this because SAB is, you know, sexy ass bitch. Like, what's that sexy ass bitch walking down the, which is,
but that's
you know,
still disrespectful. You know that, right?
well, I didn't say it. It's coming from a stranger's mouth.
Oh, I heard you.
Oh my God, heavy quotation marks. So, you know, it's just awesome that, you know, you are Say, but you are one letter away from being a sexy ass bitch in my eyes.
He's rubbing my leg. I love it. So good. It all came together there.
Yeah, Dwight from that movie sucked ass.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the lovely Haley Mendola.
Haley!
Haley Mendola.
Resident Game of Thrones fan, as well as the girlfriend to our very own Jordan Brown, a.k.a.
She's mine.
Doo-Doo Brown.
She's mine, guys.
Dibs.
And girls.
Already called.
Ultra dibs. The best kind of dibs.
So, Haley, as far as villains goes, let's go ahead and get... Yeah, she does look good.
Back off.
You're the one that said that she looked good.
I'd say she looks great, but I don't want to get punched in the face.
That voice, stop it.
That voice. That voice. So who you got on your list as far as villains go?
Okay, so I'm just going to start off with Game of Thrones because I've declared myself the Game of Thrones expert. Obviously, Joffrey.
Especially on this show.
Yeah. I mean, he's just an asshole. I mean, the fact that George R.R. Martin wrote the actor, whose name is escaping me right now, wrote him a letter saying, good job, because literally everybody hates you. And you're obviously an amazing actor and an amazing villain. Littlefinger and the Night King, I think, are two amazing villains. Literally, none of the whole Game of Thrones wouldn't have happened if Littlefinger wouldn't have started the whole conflict between the Starks and the Lannisters.
Hired the person to kill Brian.
Yep.
And tried to pin it all on Tyrion and et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to go into my female villains now, two of them including Game of Thrones. So I'll start with Cersei Baratheon Lannister, and Melisandre, the Red Woman.
The Red Woman.
Well, no, when she takes that thing off.
Yeah.
What about when she's 107 years old? Are you still going?
I mean, as long as she has the thing on.
Don't take the necklace off.
Yeah,
keep the
she got
necklace
the
on.
necklace on. She look good, man.
That's the whole Shining shit. Like she looked great in the bathroom or whatever until you know. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's okay. I love Cersei. She's terrible. She's absolutely horrible.
This is a reason why I'm unsure about her.
Excuse me?
Because she.
What did I walk in on?
She likes Cersei.
Now let me clarify. She's a bit in
You're
times.
gonna die.
Cersei
I'm dead.
has some redeeming qualities. Although now in the current season, her redeeming qualities have been eliminated. Her children. So now she's just all revenge and power, and she's just like, I don't give a fuck about any of you because you took my children away from me.
Right.
Even if one of them committed suicide, I'm gonna take over, and you're all gonna listen to me now because I'm the only one who matters.
That was a good scene.
Yeah.
We jumped out the
You
window.
suicide scene.
You've totally laid out what needs to happen to save our Earth or our world, and I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do, is basically
Exactly.
Cersei's
Exactly.
motivation.
Melisandre, I think she is a horrible villain. She burned a child alive. One of probably the only innocent character, completely innocent character on Game of Thrones. And I just think that makes her terrible.
But aren't we born into sin?
Are we?
That's how she sees it. She's just serving the Lord of Light.
She's serving the Lord of Light, but then again, Sir Davos tells her, if your Lord tells you to burn children, then your Lord is not a good Lord.
No,
so.
not at all.
Oh, I see. So if you had your chance to burn a child, you would not?
Depending on the child, I'd do it.
Depending on the child.
It depends on the child.
Some of those,
It does
some of those
depend
children
on
in
the child.
Disney World.
Baby Hitler, done.
No, we met a lot of good children when we were in Disney.
We did. We met some.
Shout out to
There's some cool-
burn victims, babies.
Right. Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
Morbid.
Why don't you do that one?
That one.
which one?
The one.
Well, I'm doing my female ones first.
Okay, my bad.
Okay, I'm going to do my female
She's
ones.
got one. You're going.
Yeah, we're lacking in that department. Sorry.
Hela from Thor Ragnarok.
Oh God, she's
There we
so
go.
fucking hot.
Yeah,
you know
is.
she is.
I
can
know.
say
I
that.
have a crush on her. I know.
she's the
We've
best.
talked about this.
It's
we
hot. It's
we were
hot.
watching this, and we were literally like, "Why is she so?"
It was
hot?
almost distracting
Yes.
how hot she was
Yes.
in the movie.
Yes.
She was not even my radar
But
until she did
let's
that.
talk about how talented and also comedic she was as well.
Agreed.
Because she was super comedic
It was like a
throughout
flawless,
the whole thing.
Yeah.
She was
she got the whole
all
thing.
around. She
Yeah,
was
she
a
got them
great villain.
Now you remind me of Dad. We had the eye patch. It was great.
Yeah, she's absolutely great. I have another one, Amy Dunn from Gone Girl. I think it, just
That
the
is
whole.
dark.
That killed it for you,
Yes.
white girls. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Poor
Yeah, I
Poor
almost,
Dookie.
I almost swore off y'all, and then I saw Get Out. Oh, y'all.
Oh,
Where my
that's a
mixed
good
girls
one.
at?
Oh, she's a good villain? The mom or the daughter? From Get Out.
Daughter's the
Both?
worst.
They're all cut
Well,
from
the
the same
daughter's
cloth.
pretty terrible. She's the basically.
Yeah, 'cause she kept
siren.
bringing
Yeah,
them-
she's
yes.
the.
Yeah, who eats Fruit Loops and milk separate?
That's such a villain thing to do, really.
Jesus.
What a weird
Then my two other female villains that I have are from Harry Potter, Dolores Umbridge and Bellatrix Lestrange. I literally hate Dolores Umbridge more than anybody in the world.
Is she the
She's
one from the
fucking terrible.
Ministry of Magic?
She's the one
Yeah.
from the Ministry who you can't. She has Harry Potter. She forces him to write that. I can't remember it. It's escaping.
I
me.
will not.
I will not lie. Is it lie? Something about
I will
lying?
not tell lies.
I will not tell lies. It forces him to write it in his arm. It has that spell. And Bellatrix Lestrange. I kind of love her too, but she's also terrible. I mean, she kills Sirius Black, so it's
fucking crazy one.
horrible.
I got a fucking crazy one.
Excuse me? You know this is recorded.
Expose him.
How embarrassing. I'm sitting right next to you.
Where the popcorn at?
Don't worry, he'll pay for this later tonight.
Hey-oh.
Okay, and then my two off-the-wall ones. Riku from Kingdom Hearts.
Nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Oh, was that the one? Was that the one? That was the one.
That was the one.
That's the one.
I used to play that with my brother and my dad all the time, and I just remember you guys said video games, and it just
we
hit
actually
me.
we actually just sent for her birthday or for her brother's birthday. We sent her or him and his grandmother, her grandmother, to go see the Kingdom Hearts Symphony.
I wanted to go to that.
Yeah,
They said it was really fucking.
They said it was
Oh
amazing.
my God, I wanted to go
We
to
wanted
that.
to go, but I had to get to work the next day, and so did you. So
Sometimes work has to wait.
Work sucks dicks.
yes. And then the
Well, I don't know
last.
why she likes me.
We're trying to figure it out too. That's okay.
Yes.
The last, from my favorite movie, the best villains, are the Velociraptors from Jurassic Park.
Okay.
And you see why I like this girl? You see why I like
You
her?
did good. You did good over there.
Clever girl.
They are amazing. Even the Jurassic Worlds, I don't even want to consider those a part of the whole Jurassic Park series, but the raptors have just been, they're so cunning. I almost wanted to suggest naming our new puppy as like Raptor.
You should name it Cunning.
Cunning. But
I'd fuck it up.
Yeah. Yes, you would.
But so yeah, those are my villain choices that I have for
Good job.
today.
Haley. I like it.
Haley Mandola,
like it.
everybody.
Haley Mandola. All right, ladies and gents, we have Serah Chu back joining us here on the podcast for our villains episode. How you doing today, hon?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good. You sound a lot better this time. It's not as choppy, so it's fantastic.
Nice.
We actually hear you.
I use my actual technical microphone and my computer. I don't know why I didn't think of that before.
Oh no, it's all good. I don't think it was. I don't know what it was last time. Could have been Wi-Fi. Could have been something else.
Whatever it was us.
Always blame us in the long run. So, today we're going to be talking about some of our favorite villains. So we wanted to kick it off with you as far as, villains you love to hate, funniest, what do you got?
Villains you like to dress up as.
Yes, that's it.
Have I dressed up as any villains?
You should.
You certainly should.
I really want to do a Riddler. I almost
that's
did
a
that
good one.
last
That'd be red.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I am actually
Like
right
Jim Carrey.
Make it a
Riddler?
little bit better than Jim
Jim
Carrey.
Carrey version, yeah, with the bright orange hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any other version?
Is there any other version?
I don't know. The one on
The
the
one-
original
the
Batman
OG
show.
one, There's a
couple.
The OG Batman Riddler was pretty awesome.
His hat was awesome.
Yeah.
His hat. Yes.
Very specific.
And his jacket.
Very green.
So as far as not doing cosplay, I mean, just villains in general, which ones are, some highlights for you?
Oh gosh. I feel like villains really are the most important part of any movie story
Fact.
and whatnot.
I've been screaming that since birth.
It's a big question. I feel like for types of villains I I tend to like the less straightforward villains, not so much the Jokers or the even the Darth Vaders, because they're kind of just very straightforward and boring in a way to me. Sometimes that can be okay.
They're bad because they have to be bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they were
yeah,
written to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's there's not too much to them, and it's okay. I kind of like the more nuanced villains where you're yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from. Maybe I would do that. Which I feel it's kind of common in anime.
There you go. Okay.
That's I think why I got into anime when I was really young. I was
you're
I
barking up
think
my
these
tree
villains are just
barking right up my tree there.
But for specific, I guess for a well-known villain, I guess Loki I think is really great.
Good one.
And he does a really good job of I don't know, I kind of am always on Loki's side, even when he's doing really evil things. I kind of want him to win.
Well, he is a
The
god of
bad guy,
mischief.
yeah, I was going to say the bad guy you love to hate.
Yeah, exactly. He's a good one.
So besides, look, I know you just mentioned anime. As far as anime, what are some of your favorite villains on that?
Okay, two come to mind right away. So probably my all-time favorite villain. I'll keep this short because it's kind of niche, and I'm sure no one's heard of it.
I've heard of it. But go on.
Okay, well, there's an anime in the 90s that was kind of popular. It's called Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
You know it?
Oh yeah. They made a.
Jordan's our anime guy.
Didn't
on
they
the
just
show.
recently make a little movie about that? A little live action movie about that?
I think they have done that. I haven't actually seen the live action movie.
I haven't either. I heard it was garbage.
What kind of fan are you?
I know. That was kind of one of my gateway animes when I was 12 or 13. I would trade VHSs that you put two VHSs together and copy them and
The double-decker VCR. I remember that.
Oh, I'm so
she's
happy
like
right
us.
now.
Yeah.
I know. She just said VHS.
We probably are going to
lit
have
up.
for all our millennial
So many
fans.
people
Two VCRs.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The younger fans are
VCR,
what's a
not
VHS?
I'm so old, I'm forgetting the terms. Anyway, so throwing it way back, there's a villain. He wasn't even the main villain, but the second season, his name was Sojiro. And he's my all-time to this day favorite villain of all time, because he wasn't he was a parallel to the main character Kenshin, who was really good and always did the right thing. And Sojiro was basically him had he met a different person. So they were both children, basically, and their paths diverged. Kenshin met a really good mentor, and Sojiro met a really bad mentor, and they were basically the same person. So I just thought the story was really cool when it's well, he's bad, but is it really his fault?
Right.
You know, it's like how a small thing can really like change you as a person. I think 20 years later, I'm still like haunted by this.
Well, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because I remember Rurouni Kenshin was the one with the X on his eye and he had the backward sword.
Yeah.
Awesome, yeah.
Backward sword, how does that work?
It's so a regular sword has the sharp end on this side.
You can slice in reverse.
Yeah, like you knew when he was serious because he'd flip it around. And you'd be like, "Oh shit, he's about to kill these."
Lincoln Hawking over the top when he turns the hat around.
It's like a switch.
Blinders.
Not like that at all.
When they take their hats off, they're pissed.
Not like that at all.
Yeah, no, Kenshin like vowed to never kill again.
That's right.
You know, that's why he has the reverse blade sword. But like then you have this super
Okay, I just had to ask.
evil character.
He had a normal sword.
Then it'd be more
Vowed to always kill people.
So, and see my other anime example. It's a more recent anime that like more people have probably heard of. It's called Death Note, which is like
Love it.
time.
Yes.
I don't know that one.
This one's like it's interesting because might get some hate for this, but like I don't know that there is a real villain, but you might say the main character, Light Yagami, is kind of the villain,
totally.
even though he's sort of a hero. It's that real like nuance where he's like killing a lot of people, but you're like, I kind of get why he's doing that.
He's more anti-hero, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he starts out with good intentions because he's killing bad guys and stuff, like evil doers or whatever the hell. But then I mean, to clear his name a little, to clear his name, he does kind of take out a couple of good people in order to. So
you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, I get it, but. Like she's saying, I think that's villain behavior right there.
I mean, would you write your end in the book?
My butt, my end.
Yes.
That's the last name I would put in that book. Yeah, is my own. Sorry.
You never know, man.
Yeah, would you guys use the book if you had a death
Oh,
note?
hell yeah! That's what I'm saying. Would you write? Jesus Christ, she gets it. Would you write your own ending in the book?
Like to kill myself?
Yes.
Wait, can you do that?
Oh, I get it. I get what you're saying. Like in 50 years.
Oh, so like
Matthew,
so I know I'm not gonna die until like a billion years from now.
Damn, why am I the only one that's ever thought of this?
I'm more focused on killing people.
Probably because you just had a heart transplant.
Fair enough.
True.
Fair enough.
Your mortality
I
has
did
been
die.
tested.
You've a little.
True.
In 50 years, Brian dies happily in a brothel. Something like that.
100% accurate.
Something like that. He's actually in
All
the
of it.
movie Bordello of
Great movie.
You guys,
What's your next cosplay, Sarah?
There we go.
Oh gosh.
And
I
where
feel
are you
like-
going?
Well, my last cosplay that I wore, I did a photo shoot yesterday in my Kill Bill the Bride outfit.
Oh, nice.
And I'm really just trying to figure out what I'm going to do for New York Comic Con because I change it. Even since the last time we recorded this podcast, I'm like, ooh, I might change it up a little bit. So, but I know I'll definitely have a Daenerys that I'm doing. I can promise that.
Speak of the devil.
Yes. That's actually the only one I'm going to promise right now because I'm like staring at it and I know I have it and it's going to happen.
Nice.
Yeah, you're putting a lot of work into that. I've been checking out your Instagram. It looks good.
Would you consider, have you done a Lady Loki?
Yeah, I'm considering completely.
He's been checking your Instagram 9 times.
Lady Loki.
just
Once a day, okay?
Because I feel you.
Is that why you like? Is that why you liked a picture from
Yeah, are you-
2009?
No, that was not me.
No, really. In the comics, Loki
that
is
was a different Brian.
transfluid,
Yes.
so she can be male or female at any time.
So
Would you ever think about doing a female Loki?
Oh, I would love to do a female Loki for sure. I haven't done any Marvel cosplays, which like I love Marvel way more than DC, but I just end up
Atta girl.
cosplaying DC characters a
They
lot
make better
more.
movies.
They do.
They do.
And better
They do.
superheroes
Like,
and better
Hey.
storylines.
That's a good.
I don't know,
We'll just leave it at movies.
Yeah. Hey,
Marvel,
Bring it down a notch,
Marvel
Fortnite,
Marvel,
okay?
Marvel makes superheroes. DC makes gods.
I don't know.
Not a
Cosplay, I
popular
really
opinion.
like before I do Loki, like a female Thor, but.
Oh, yeah.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could do the Jane Foster Thor.
I'm
Eh.
gonna do like real.
She's
But
not
like
loving
me.
any of our ideas. I think you guys are fucking
Nah,
stupid.
bro.
I got it.
She's above that.
You guys
think it
any
was
other
just
questions?
Natalie Portman's portrayal of Jane Foster. That's why I'm like, I just see Natalie Portman now when you say Jane Foster, and I'm like, ah.
We get it.
I wish I could see Natalie Portman.
Wait, what?
What was that?
What was that?
I wish I could see Natalie Portman.
Oh,
That was it. It was just sharing.
Whenever I hear
see
Natalie
a
Portman, I just think about Natalie's rap on Lonely Island.
I'm not. A huge,
Oh, she killed it.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Natalie.
This Sunday
Portman
was
fan.
it?
you need to watch Annihilation.
I think it was Black.
I heard
Swan.
Annihilation.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Have you
Black
seen
Swan for me.
Annihilation, Sarah?
No, I haven't.
It's a brain fuck.
Are you a fan of Ozark?
Are you a fan of Brain Fox?
You're a fan of brain fucks?
She's like, yeah, absolutely.
My favorite
We all.
position.
Yeah, I just rewatched it. I didn't really remember it, but Neo Genesis Evangelion. I'm sorry, I'm like all anime right now,
You're good.
and I just watched the last episode like 2 hours ago, and that is like I'm just like, what? Why?
Someone's making use of their Crunchyroll subscription.
I was watching Property Brothers.
Get that Funimation one.
Where I watch things other than anime.
You were watching Devil Wears Prada.
Property Brothers.
Why are their teeth so weird though?
The Property
Property
Brothers?
Brothers?
Is that what you're
Yeah.
into?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, what episode is this?
Villains.
Why are their teeth so weird? Episode 1.
Well, they're twins. One of them has to be the villain.
Sorry, I digress.
We definitely went
That's
off
what
the
she
rails
was
with that
watching.
one.
You brought it all around. You brought it.
I
Thank you.
was watching Property Brothers.
Awesome.
So
Sarah.
anyway,
Well, thank you for joining us today. Can you once again just kind of let the fans know how they can find you on social
Yeah,
media,
plug your
Instagram, Facebook, all that fun stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for having me again. I always love to talk about villains,
Love having you
cosplay,
on.
whatever. So thank you. But my Instagram, it's Serah Chu Cosplay. Serah spelled Serah, and then Chu Cosplay. So that's Instagram. And then I'm also on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Serah Chu.
Excellent.
Oh, what are you
And
playing on
before, before you leave, I know you play a lot of video games. Do you have a favorite video game villain?
Oh, man, that is.
Good one. Good one.
Sorry, I should have thought of that earlier, but I was
Oh,
like,
man, yeah.
I'm glad you said that
I'm
because
gonna
I
have
did
to
not think of that.
Probably one of the best video game villains of all time is actually the opposite of what I was saying before. It's Kefka from Final Fantasy VI.
brownie points through the roof.
Insanity Evil is that one. Chaotic
No nuance
Evil,
at
I think
all.
they
He
call
just
it.
wants to burn everything down, and I don't know. I just love him. He's great.
Awesome. Oh, look at your dog in the background.
Adorable.
There it is.
We're dog people.
What kind of show is this?
That was
Otaka boy.
Awesome. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll definitely catch up with you. Looking forward to seeing you at New York Comic Con in like a month away now, right?
It's a month
yeah,
now, yeah.
yeah.
1 month away.
Countdown's here.
Awesome. Well, we'll catch up with you soon, and thanks again.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
We're running short on time, so I'm
Go
going
ahead,
to
B.
kind of rapid fire through mine. I did a kind of more obscure villains and this, that, and the other. Honorable mentions, got to go with White Goodman from Dodgeball.
Oh yeah.
Nasty Nate
Nobody
from Half Baked.
makes me bleed my own
Oh
blood.
wow.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Nasty Nate.
Yeah, big shout out to Nasty Nate.
That is a Foley, man.
I did some kind of like a little bit of awards. As far as best accents for villains, it's a tie between Bricktop, played by Alan Ford on Snatch, and then good old Hans Gruber, played by Alan Rickman, rest in peace, and in Die Hard.
Awesome.
As far as favorites, I mean, this is no surprise to anybody, Skeletor.
Yep.
Expose
I
him.
am not nice.
Yes. He's just fucking fantastic in so many ways. Most annoying to me, as far as villains go, I got to go with Councilman Jeremy Jam from Parks and Rec. He just got jammed.
Yes.
And then
villain.
video games, I got to go with,
is.
to me,
He
the
really
OG is Bowser.
Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where I'm
Facts.
going to go with video games. The one
And
villain
Toad.
that I
Fuck
actually
Toad.
really hated
Fuck
before.
Toad. He's even flipping you off.
That's true. Toad is flipping you off. But the one
was
villain that
easy
I
to beat,
actually
though.
despised as a person, like he played the role so well, was, how do you say it? Joaquin
Joaquin Phoenix.
Phoenix in Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Yes.
Rivers.
That was the
Very,
first
very
time where I was
Rivers
like, I
brother.
hate this dude
Horrible.
as a person
Yeah,
because
he's
he
such a
did
fucking
such a
pussy.
He's
great
so
job in that role.
He gives me
Yeah.
the feels when I watch her.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I don't.
See, I
Yeah,
never,
he's a
I never saw
that's
that.
when
You
you
never
can tell
seen
they're
that?
a
You
great
guys-
actor.
you should
When
watch
you
that.
can, especially when you can hate them
and for like the villainy that they're doing.
Right.
Hottest, you already covered on it. Hella. Yep, that's my number one.
Get you some.
Worst to me, and it's a tie for second. I got to go with Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker and Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Dude.
Terrible.
Douche,
terrible.
douche.
Terrible.
Hate.
Current favorite, I got to say Negan on Walking Dead. He's just fucking amazing in so many ways.
Is that the guy with the crossbow?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Is Jesus in the show? No, Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays that role, and I mean, he does it to a T. It's, it's comic relief, but he's scary and intimidating at the same time. And, that's pretty much what I got. As far as I went out on a limb here, as far as my show that had consistent great villains, season in and season out, I got to say Sons of Anarchy. Three of my favorites, Ethan Zobel from season 2, Damon Pope from the last 2 seasons, and June Stahl, Detective Stahl, I believe, from seasons 1, and I think she showed back up in 3. Just a fantastic television show, and I thought they were very on point with their villains every single fucking season.
Bangering.
So that's what I got.
Do you mind if I slip in one really dumb villain?
Slip
Yes.
it in.
The dumbest villain of all time. If you ever saw the movie The Happening, all the plants in the world,
The air.
Yeah.
The air.
Yep.
the plants were fucking us up. And
The hole
that
in the
was
top of
dumb.
the Jeep. Mark your
Yeah.
mark.
Yeah, John Leguizamo.
How's your mother?
She's tired from
slip that
fucking
in
my
there.
father.
That's going to wrap it up for this episode of Multipoptural. Make sure you check us out on the website, www.multipoptural, as well as on Instagram, Facebook. We're on iTunes, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Hit us up on the website for any show ideas, sponsorship opportunities, things like that. And thanks for listening.
Yes! Yeah! Victory!
And anger management?
Fuck anger management.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
I'd like to take the opportunity to shout out another one of our sponsors, Bull's Tavern, located in downtown Winston-Salem. They have 24 taps, classic cocktail lists, and great bourbon selections. Live music, 4 nights a week, and Sunday Fun Day home spot with Bloody Mary and Mimosa Bar. Guys, check out Bull's Tavern in Winston.